In the context of current Black Sea security evolutions, what is the relevance of Romania to NATO and the United States today after 15 years since Romania has joined NATO?
Romania is a key strategic partner of the United States of America. As you know, Romania has a very strategic location on the Black Sea and really the easternmost edge of NATO, and therefore the strategic position of Romania, the geography, as well as the fact that they have been very good partners in Asia and in NATO makes them very important to the United States.
Do you think Eastern Europe is a vulnerable area within NATO?
I think it is a vulnerable area. I think Russia, and particularly Vladimir Putin, is very concerned about having democracies along the border. Democracies, by their very nature, are open. Transparency is very important in democracies, and transparency isn't something that Russia wants, because transparency would expose the corruption, the oligarchs, the kleptocracy, and I suspect Vladimir Putin views that as a potential threat to him.
What do you think could be done to avoid the cyber attacks on critical infrastructure and to prevent political interferences?
It's all about education. It's about having appropriate cyber defenses and doing the things that are for good cyber hygiene, you know, making sure your systems are updated, that you're doing appropriate patching, that you are doing auditing and monitoring of your networks. That's all very important for good cyber hygiene. But even more than that is making sure that your folks are, the people themselves who are using those networks, are educated. I think still the largest number of cyber attacks come from clicking on bad links and introducing malware into networks, and that's just educating and sensitizing the user. The widespread use of information warfare and the armies of trolls and bots that can spread disinformation so quickly. The greatest defense for that is, again, education and developing critical thinking skills among the population so that they can realize that they're being manipulated, that they will look with a critical eye at the information they're receiving.
Okay, and can Romania be considered a target for terrorists?
That's an interesting question. I think potentially it could be, but I wouldn't see it as a prime location for terrorists. Every country could potentially be, but I think probably Romania is somewhat less in terms of being at risk compared to some other countries.